Lexi, how was your weekend? Oh, I had your mic on, so you got to press the button. There we go. Yep, she's getting it there, It's fine.
Okay. Am I working now?
Well, I hear you now, loud and clear.
It was good. I had a really good weekend.
Good. Jorge, how was your weekend? Nope, still not on the air. All right. We're working through the kinks here as far as that's concerned. It's all good. It's all fantastic. No, I know they had a great weekend. I know Jorge had a great weekend because, of course, we were talking about it on the show yesterday or on Friday that I called Jorge a supreme hater of the Patriots, and I'm sure the hate was flowing all throughout the Super Bowl 60 last night, which, of course, many of you who watched the game left a little wanting more from that football game yesterday, which you listened to right here on ESPN Fresno. We got you, Jorge. Jorge, are you reveling in the idea that the Patriots lost because you're such a hater? I'm sure you're feeling so great about this past weekend.
I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean, I don't really care, but...
You kind of cared.
I guess I was reveling.
Uh-huh.
I guess I was enjoying it more than if they didn't win. Or
Yeah.
I mean, if the Seahawks didn't win.
Uh-huh.
But, I mean, as a person that likes football, I kind of liked it because it was very defensive.
Very defensive battle.
Everybody else in that room was like, this sucks. This is horrible.
Yeah.
What is going on? The kicker should get the MVP.
To the kicker, we were considering this, right?
Yeah.
The MVP, which went to Kenneth Walker, but some people were looking at Jason Myers as a potential guy to win the award.
I said it. I think, you know, if maybe if he would have been more crucial of winning it, but I didn't know how to handle. And yeah, I kind of knew this was gonna happen just because of what I seen against how the Patriots play the Broncos.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that Seattle was gonna have such trouble scoring.
Well, I think because the Patriots defense we identified as one that was really good.
Yeah.
A really good unit and was playing very well. And up till, you know, the dam broke because the Patriots offense literally gave them nothing. You know, at a certain point, you can't just keep holding teams to not, you know, scoring a touchdown. Eventually it'll break in terms of that.
Not moving the ball. Because Seattle wasn't having that much success either, but they eventually moved the ball and got close enough that they could, you know, score points.
Yeah.
And I think that was a big difference because they did not move the ball. Maybe got a few first downs and then, you know, punt. But other than that, it was like it was a real struggle.
It felt like, of course, the opening drive being up 3-0, Seahawks getting on the board. You felt like, okay, we're going to get into one of those back and forth games and eventually moving into that direction. And the Patriots got into position a couple times in that first quarter, and it really felt like, okay, we're going to be in store for one of those back and forth games, but because the Patriots couldn't find one extra first down on those drives, they couldn't get themselves into field goal range, couldn't keep themselves feeling like they're in the football game, even though it was 9-0 at the half. After about the first quarter, Jorge, and I would say this for the folks who are watching, I imagine watching the game, I had a considerable feeling like the Patriots gave up opportunities in the first quarter of that football game because as it went along, the Seahawks knew and figured out what was going on, and by the time things were kind of blowing up in the fourth quarter, which, by the way, the fourth quarter had a combined something like, you know, so here's a stat for you, and I don't know if I know if this has ever happened. Seahawks scored 12 points in the first three quarters, right, Jorge?
Yeah.
On field goals. Both the Patriots and the Seahawks outscored what the Seahawks scored in the first three quarters.
The first 3 quarters.
The Patriots scored 13 points in the fourth quarter. The Seahawks scored 17 points in the fourth quarter. So take that for what it was. But here is the name of the game, man. And people, you just go simple. You go simple in what our analysis is of football, right? Extra opportunities matter. Extra opportunities matter in terms of what happens between wins and losses. And here's what Seattle was able to do the entire postseason that nobody, apparently, and I'm reading this right, No team has ever done what the Seahawks team has ever done in the National Football League history. I'm going to read this word verbatim. The Seahawks did not commit a turnover in all 3 of their postseason games this season. They are the first Super Bowl champ to go their entire postseason run without committing a turnover. You consider this, it's more impressive when you remember that Seattle had 28 bleeping turnovers going into this postseason. They were one of the teams that turned it over the most. Only the Vikings had more turnovers. We were sitting here waiting for the bomb to go off for Seattle, and it never did. And that's just simply what it's all about in terms of this team. They did not set themselves up to fail whatsoever this entire postseason. And that's what the most impressive thing to me. The defense can be getting their flowers. And I might do a hot take of saying I think this defense might be better than the Legion of Boom. I'm throwing that out there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the no turnovers, I said it. I'm like, if the Patriots are going to win, I thought they were going to force a couple turnovers. There were some couple shots at Darnold that I thought were ready, and the Patriots couldn't get a nice solid hit on Darnold in the pocket. And from then on and there, he was able to kind of be squirrely, a little escape here and there, and just kind of keep the game alive for the Seahawks to just kind of roll and get into field goal range and chip away, chip away, chip away. It was a masterclass in terms of protecting the football.
Yeah, and I think that the scheme of the play, the passing plays also changed in the playoffs, and I think that was, Coach McDonald did a great thing, just making sure that whenever Darnold was throwing something that was up for grabs, it was more of a, something that his own player could catch, or his own player was more able to catch it and more visible that way, because he was throwing with conviction, and he was throwing more with a little bit more, I would say more power, just so that it could, even if you don't catch it, well, the other guy's not gonna catch it either, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like that. And I think that changed in the playoffs, because he wasn't doing that in the regular season, and that's why he was throwing more. At least I felt like he was definitely throwing more interceptions that way.
Do you want to know how more you want to hear more dominant stats for Seattle?
Defense?
Yeah, just in general.
Yeah, go for it.
Seattle only trailed for 1 minute and 35 seconds this entire postseason.
Yeah.
Only four teams have ever trailed for less time, and I'm saying the 91 Washington, 77 Dallas, 73 Dolphins, 71 Dallas. Only those teams are the only teams in NFL history that never trailed at all in any of their postseason games, and the Seahawks land 5th on that list at 135. The Seahawks led for 56 minutes and 58 seconds in the Super Bowl last night, which is the 4th most time leading in a Super Bowl ever. The only other teams that led for longer was the Legion of Boom Seahawks, who opened the game with a safety.
Yeah.
And then the Niners in Super Bowl 29 and the Cowboys in Super Bowl 30. I think both were against. I think the Niners was against. Did Niners? I don't think the Niners ever played Buffalo. I think it was the Denver time.
Oh, okay.
But I can't remember. And I think Cowboys in Super Bowl 30.
That was the Bills, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it was the Niners and the Bills. I think it was. Regardless.
San Diego, maybe.
We're looking at all these different things. It is. And I would be curious to see where they'll rank in terms of Super Bowl champs, this 2025 Seattle Seahawks team in terms of dominance. Because I don't think we were ready to give that moniker to them, because I just didn't think it passed the sniff test and the visual test of, like, when I think of who are going to be the all-time greats on these teams, like who's going to be an all-time great Hall of Famer, I'm not quite there. Like, JSN had an awesome season, but who knows? Guys fall off. I can't think of a single guy on this team. I'm like, surefire, Hall of Fame dude, going to be leading this team for a while in terms of it. Now, Darnold can win a couple more, and then we're in that conversation. But you cannot look at this team first blush and say, yeah, they have a guy that's just simply different and otherworldly. And we're comparing him to teams that had guys like that, in terms of that kind of conversation. It's just fascinating how dominant this team has been, and now we're just sitting here like a little surprised. I'm a little surprised at how I have just not really clocked how good this Seahawks team was.
I feel like the talent made a difference, and it's not like they're more talented than others, but they're players that have good talent, and that together with that coaching just made a difference overall. And quite frankly, I don't think I've seen that defense probably since the Ravens that dominated any team as much as in the playoffs like they did.
I asked this question, Jorge, right at the top because this is the first thing I go to. If we're going to compare, I think this is Legion of Boom had the nice PR agents, but I think this defense is better than that one.
Yeah,
I think it is.
yeah.
Right?
It reminds me of the Ravens. in
Right?
2000.
It was suffocating. It was swarming. Drake May couldn't do anything. He was harassed in certain situations. He threw a football. That pick that he threw was like
Yeah.
so uncharacteristically
His offensive
horrible.
line was being pushed back into him.
That's true, and that's the pass rush matters in that situation in terms of it. Like all of it can't be totally blamed on Drake, but like how much credit? I mean, I feel like I have to give the Seahawks 100% of the credit of winning that game. I think the Patriots had I think they certainly had an ability, and they deserved to be in that football game. They ran through the gamut of the AFC, but I think we saw a gulf of how great Seattle was last night, and it's just a team that simply got as hot as it could be, and
right time.
At the right time, and even then, I say that, and I don't feel like it's a fair evaluation of what the Seahawks team
I mean,
was.
they did it the entire season.
Yeah.
Except, they had a few losses. And,
Right.
And they're starting with the Niners at the beginning of the season, and then it became a little bit more of like they're getting together, and then they starting to become this team that was kind of unstoppable, and then they had maybe another loss somewhere down the road that, stopped
Their
them.
losses were Tampa, the Rams, and the Niners. That was it. And their combined point total in their losses were this season, you had 4. Add 3s, that's 7. Add 2, that's 9. They lost by 9 total points this entire year.
Yeah.
9 total points. That's insane. Give me a team that's lost by less points than that in an entire year. The 73 Dolphins, I guess, yeah?
We're talking
07
about-
the 07 Patriots, because they only lost by 3 in the Super Bowl. I'm trying to think, like,
We're talking about teams that are in the pretty much Hall of Fame already. Teams that are known like that.
it sounds crazy to me, but, like, I think of the Seattle team, and what I'm going to remember is, like, it is a juggernaut that we did not expect to call a juggernaut until it was too late for us to realize it was. And here we are now in one of the most dominant runs in postseason and regular season. And is there a chance this team falls off next year? I don't know, because I think the institution of what the coaching staff has versus what they are scheming up. Of course, everybody's going to want to get paid now on that team. But, man,
But they won it.
that's a buzzsaw, dude.
They won it, even if they go back and, they still have the ring.
They have the ring.
So,
I'm just fascinated. I'm slack-jawed. It's just like how impressive, if you look at the context and the stats of the Seahawks team, how it was so impressive throughout the year. And I had my rose-colored glasses on my Patriots going into this Super Bowl. I'll admit it. I just simply underestimated the sum of its parts. I thought the Patriots were the team that played more cohesive and together, and I thought Seattle had the little more flash of their talent. But I did not evaluate and properly rate how well Seattle played as a team last night, and I just didn't see it. And I think a lot of people may share that sentiment. But
yeah, I thought it was going to be a lot easier for Seattle, just because of what I seen against the Broncos from the Patriots. But I was a little bit surprised that that defense was holding up, and that they were giving Darnold and his receivers trouble, because his receivers didn't have any space
no,
at all. Any space at
Christian
all.
Gonzalez played incredible.
Yeah,
One of the best corner
If
performances.
they would have won, I would have gave him the MVP.
Right. If they came back.
But honestly, they just that defense made such a difference on Seattle that it spilled over to the offense, and it was just about getting some yards and getting points, and that's that was really the difference because
Yeah.
Boston couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, New England couldn't, get those points.
It's,
Any points at all at the beginning.
it quite simply was just a masterful performance from a Seattle team, and I would dare to argue dominance is what I think about last night, and maybe we consider them one of the most dominant teams to win a Super Bowl we've seen in quite some time. So let's take a break. We're overdue for one. We are just getting started on this Monday, Reaction Monday. So much more to talk about with the Super Bowl. How far away are the Niners and Rams from the scene now with Seattle being the champion? Is this going to be the reality for these two teams we cover in the division for the next few years? We're going to ask that question next on 1430 ESPN.
ESPN Fresno is proud to bring back the Student Athlete of the Week. Each week, we'll honor a local high school standout for their performance on the field, in the gym, or on the court. It's our way of celebrating the hard work, dedication, and talent of Valley athletes who give it their all. And it all leads to Student Athlete of the Year. Do you have an athlete you believe is worthy of this award? Enter them in at 1430ESPNFresno.com today. The Student Athlete of the Week, shining a spotlight on the stars of tomorrow.
Now is a great time to review your company's retirement plan. Do you understand the advisory fees you're paying and the services you should be receiving? Is your current advisor making your life easier by handling all of those time-consuming questions from your employees and phone calls to your plan provider? Is your current advisor solely focused on company-sponsored retirement plans and able to keep up to date with ever-changing regulations so you feel confident that your plan is in compliance? Do you feel great about the investment options in your plan? Are you receiving quarterly updates on their performance? Employers who work with 401k specialists can answer yes to all of those questions. 401k Specialists is the dedicated retirement plan team powered by Thiessen-Duker Modern Wealth Management. Visit thiessen-duker.com to learn more about how we work differently so you can answer yes to those questions. The advisors of Thiessen-Duker Modern Wealth Management are registered representatives with and securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Are you an athlete ready to level up your performance the raw way? Introducing the Raw Athlete Program from Raw Farm. High schoolers, college athletes, gym warriors, and pros, Raw Farm wants you to see why professional athletes and nutritionists are fueling up with Raw Farm raw whole milk to hit their team goals and personal gains. Raw Farm is the best 100% A2 cream top from seasonally grass-raised cows, non-GMO, certified humane, 100% made in America, and crafted for serious games. Visit rawfarmsusa.com to learn more and find it at your local Sprouts location through the nation.
So intense, so quick, so unmerciful. Those are just a few of the comments from farmers describing the devastating effects of their crop damage due to hail. If you're a farmer, you probably already know what it's like to watch helplessly as your cash crop is pummeled by hail. It's one of nature's most damaging weather conditions. What can you do about it? You can call Bowman & Associates, your local crop insurance specialist. They've been writing crop insurance for almost 40 years. Call Roger Kent or Quinn Bowman today and ask about crop hail insurance for stone fruit and grapes. They can design a private hail coverage that is specifically designed to meet your financial needs. Coverage can be purchased anytime and will go into effect within 72 hours. Easy to buy with no hassles. Don't gamble on your financial investment. Call the Ag Experts today. Bowman & Associates. Remember, for a green thumb investment that equalizes Mother Nature, call Bowman & Associates. 499-2020. That's 499-2020.
Bowman & Associates, the crop insurance specialist.
License number OF64178.
Food lovers, Mediterranean just got better. Aleppo Kebab is now open on Blackstone and Sierra near the DMV in Fresno. One bite and you're hooked. No flight required for a taste of authentic Mediterranean and Middle Eastern flavor made the traditional way. From Aleppo's tender chicken shawarma and perfectly grilled kofta kebabs to fresh falafel, salads, and warm pita breads. All made with locally sourced high-quality ingredients. Dine in or take it out today at Aleppo Kebab. Better, tastier Mediterranean food at a fast food price. Now open on Blackstone and Sierra near the DMV in Fresno.
Citrus season is in full swing. When harvest pressure is on, Kubota delivers dependable power, easy operation, and the performance growers rely on in the Grove. There's still time to get the right tractor this season at Pioneer Equipment, your authorized Kubota dealer. With Fresno and Reedney locations, Pioneer Equipment, your authorized Kubota dealer, has the equipment, parts, and service you need when timing matters most. Make this citrus season count. Visit Pioneer Equipment, your authorized Kubota dealer today at pioneerequipmentca.com.
back to Behind the Bench here at 1430 ESPN Fresno, Valley's local sports leader. We didn't even mention who won the Super Bowl MVP. That was Kenneth Walker. Anybody had Kenneth Walker on your bingo card as a guy who was going to win that MVP? I'm sometimes right. I'm usually right. He was one of the things I've gotten most wrong about this postseason and maybe about Seattle's team, because I thought very clearly that Zach Charbonnet going out on this Seahawks offense was going to hinder what Seattle did in their run game. And instead, it unleashed Kenneth Walker in a situation in a game that I think no player this entire season was able to bully a Patriots defense like that in any context except for him. Like, add the level of difficulty of what the Patriots defense was when it was able to stop the run for most of the season and into the postseason because teams just could not figure it out. And Kenneth Walker is a guy who comes in and then suddenly puts on his best Terrell Davis impression and goes out and wins an MVP. First time we've seen a running back win since 1998. And takes it for 135 yards. By the way, no touchdown scored. He's one of 5 players named Super Bowl MVP that has not scored a touchdown in the game. Jorge, I'm curious if you know if you have any idea of some other players who never scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl who did end up winning MVP.
And they won the Super Bowl.
We're counting, did not score a single touchdown. That includes like quarterbacks that didn't throw a touchdown. Like, we're talking any offensive player.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Was it Trent Dilfer?
No, Trent Dilfer did throw a touchdown. Yeah.
I don't think he won MVP either.
He didn't win MVP either. No. Yeah.
Ooh.
You hear the list? You interested in the list here? Let me give you the list. Joe Namath, Broadway Joe, didn't score a touchdown, but
He scored a touchdown, but they still won.
gave him the MVP. How about Raiders receiver Fred Biletnikoff in the Super Bowl 11?
Wow.
How about Patriots receiver Deion Branch against the Eagles? And most recently, go back to 2018, Julian Edelman in the Rams-Patriots Super Bowl. He didn't score a touchdown, but he ended up being the MVP of that game.
He had like a bunch of receiving.
He had like 10 catches for like 110 or something like that in a very low-scoring game.
Yeah.
Kenneth Walker's great, and he kind of set the tone for the Seahawks, and any kind of those outside runs, I thought, really propelled Seattle down the field in situations to get them to score.
There was one play exactly that he just waited for the play to open, and he got like 10 yards out of that.
Some people wanted the kicker, and I would go into that argument, but let's be honest with ourselves. I thought Kenneth Walker was so impressive last night.
That changed the game for the offense, because not only was now the Patriots having to shut down their wide receivers, but they have to worry about the running game, and that was a backbreaker for them.
Yeah.
The amount of yards that he carried every time they were in field goal range.
How many times now in a row we've seen teams derailed by the pass rush in the Super Bowl? Now we saw Drake May and get derailed completely. We got Mahomes getting just completely plastered by the Eagles defense. I would even argue Purdy got crushed some good times against the Chiefs in Vegas.
Yeah.
Maybe Hurts had a fumble that led to a score that led to Kansas City getting that lead and never kind of relinquishing it in the Super Bowl before. Joe Burrow got pretty much crushed by Aaron Donald for most of that Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
Mahomes was running for his life against Tampa in 2020. I'm going to keep going back until I'm like, right now I'm 5 years in a row of just amazing pass rush derailing good quarterbacks in the Super Bowl, right? What happened in 19? Kansas City and San Francisco. Maybe I don't think Garoppolo was really running for his life in that one, right?
Yeah, I think that was the only one, but I feel like
Goff was kind of running for his life against the Patriots, right?
Yeah.
Then in 17, it was an offensive shootout with Foles and Brady. I don't think anybody got destroyed there in that game. Although Brady did have a strip sack fumble late in that game that really ended the Patriots' chances in that one. But I'm just simply saying it. Even though I present games where like the totality is pass rush affecting what happens, I've now laid out 10 straight Super Bowls where it has had a factor. I'll go back to Falcons Patriots. Hightower comes across the edge and knocks out a ball from Matt Ryan, and there goes the Patriots coming back and getting close to tying that game, right? 2015, Cam Newton gets absolutely obliterated by Von Miller, right?
Yeah.
2014. I can't really think of so. I think Brady and Russell were actually just kind of dueling it out. I don't think they both had pass rush that was killing them in that game. So maybe 2014 is really the last game I can think of where I'm like, I think the pass rush wasn't a big factor in terms of it. But I've laid out 11 straight years where the pass rush ended up winning a football game for that team, who ended up winning the Super Bowl. And so it is so simple what the formula is. And yet, I'm surprised at the idea that some teams don't go into it. And what's fascinating about it is one of the teams that invests in it so dang much is the 49ers, who can't quite seem to get over the hump in that sense, right? Because they invest in pass rush. Kyle sees a first or second round pass rush guy, and he's like, give me him. I want him. I'm drafting him. And yet somehow it hasn't translated for the 49ers in that sense. But I think it is so easy to kind of come up with that formula. It is so difficult to find the right guys that are capable of doing that. And so last night's game proves once again that anything on schedule for a team, if you don't get an awesome pass rush on it, is going to be problematic for you. And fortunately for the Seahawks, unfortunately for the Patriots, they got affected wholeheartedly by once again what is dominating the National Football League in strategy, which everyone said it's all about the offenses and quarterbacks throwing everywhere and all the kind of yardage and the easy rules that the receivers have now because of all the pass interference or penalties you can get. No, pass rush affecting the quarterback. It has been so much more important than ever, and this is what all this league's about now.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a integral part of the game. I mean, yesterday, if you think about it, what sealed the deal was the pass rush and the
strip sack fumble all the way to the end, basically.
Interception?
Pretty much.
Was it an interception? Because it wasn't really a fumble.
Whatever it was.
And that sealed it up, right? And if you don't have a pass rush, you are not going to make it to the playoffs. And there's no way you're winning a Super Bowl.
Seahawks sacked Drake May 6 times, tied for the 5th most sacks in Super Bowl history. They pressured Drake May on 19 dropbacks. May managed to just get 3 of 10 passing for 40 yards and 2 interceptions and a lost fumble. 9 of the 19 pressures allowed by the Patriots were given up by the left side of the line, including 3 sacks and an interception. So, of course, you're going to be looking at Will Campbell and Jared Wilson, the rookie side of things.
How many sacks did he have?
6. 6 sacks.
I swear it was 7.
I got here on ESPN.
That might be right.
Stats and info. I got 6 here in front of me.
Yesterday, last night, I was counting them, but I might have been wrong.
Yeah. So how far away are? Because it feels like the teams we talk about in this division, the Niners, the Rams, they're kind of trying to build like Seattle, right? But what is the difference? How much different are these teams from each other?
It kind of felt like everybody was building like, so Seattle and the Niners were building a lot like the Rams.
Yeah.
They were all
the 21 Rams set the tone on that.
And they were all going towards that.
With Aaron Donald and all those guys.
And the Niners kind of did it when they went to the Super Bowl, with their pass rush and the running back and having, those receivers. But at the same time, it wasn't, Seattle wasn't there yet. And it feels like now Seattle got there.
Yeah, yeah. So are you saying the Niners' turn is next? Is that what you're saying?
No, I said the Niners had their turn.
They had their turn. And that's what's unfortunate. And that's what the pressure I talk about, right? When it comes to the pressure to win, because you saw the Rams' accomplishment. You saw the Niners get there, didn't accomplish it. Now you see the Seahawks accomplish it. How frustrated do you think the Niner brass is right now? Because they saw both their division rivals go do this with the same formula, and the Niners couldn't get it done in the big game when it mattered.
You know, it just feels like we just had the bad luck of facing a team that was on the, you know.
Is it bad luck, or is it just it didn't have the right formula to it?
The formula worked. We got there. The idea was to have the formula to build a team that will get to the world, or we'll get to a championship, right?
Right.
You got to the championship. You just, at the end of the day, the other team beat you in overtime.
Yeah.
So it's hard to defeat a team that's, you know, on a doing three championships, or what was it, two? That was three, right? Three World Series.
What are you talking about?
The Chiefs.
Yeah, three Super Bowls appearances. They won 2 in a row. They lost the third to the Eagles in terms of that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Man, I'm just shaking my head if I'm a Niner fan sitting there. I'm like, we were in the rotation of that. We were in the rotation of the Rams, Niners to the Seattle, and I know you can look at them facing Kansas City as a reason.
Arizona's turn, bro.
That's not Arizona's turn. They ain't ever going to be Arizona's turn in terms of that, man. I'm sitting here as a Niner fan. I'm frustrated. I'm like, we had our opportunity. We had our window in terms of it. It's so hard to build back up into it. And, like, I feel further away. Like, if I'm a Niner fan sitting here today, do you feel further away from a title or closer? Because what Seattle did.
I feel closer.
And how hard of a hurdle Seattle's going to be.
I feel closer because we did, you know, face Seattle. And even though we got destroyed in the playoffs, I feel like in the regular season we were more competitive. And yes, we were.
I don't think you weren't very competitive in the last week. I was in the building. You were not competitive in that game.
In the last week.
In week 18, no, that game was not competitive.
What are you talking about?
That was not a competitive game.
We had them.
What do you mean you had them?
We had them.
Explain had them.
We were about to win that game.
About to win? You were down 10 in the fourth. Like, it was never that close. And then you threw that pick. Like, the Niners were nowhere close to winning that game.
No, we had them.
You can't keep saying that. You were not there.
I saw it.
I saw it too.
I mean, I don't know what you're
Kyle
talking
Shanahan
about.
dropped the line yesterday on the pregame saying, I don't know why you think I'm an expert. I only scored 9 points on the Seahawks defense. I don't know what I'm doing.
I did see that.
You see that quote?
Yeah, I saw him. Because I was watching the pre.
Yeah.
They showed him and what's his name?
Yeah.
They were in the same Texas team. And he talked about it.
Him and Warner.
No, it was Warner. It was Phil Sims.
Something like that. I can't remember. I didn't watch the whole pregame. I was busy doing other things at my Super Bowl party. But I'm just saying, man. If I'm a Niner fan, I'm sitting here feeling like I'm further away. I'm further away from the Seattle Seahawks.
Why?
Because your roster's older. You're not hitting on some of these picks. And you feel like there's not really an option at the wide receiver position right now that is something that you can trust. And I feel like there's more holes to figure out. And I still don't know what the hell's going on with the injury department in terms of that. I feel way further.
I feel like if you were told me this at the beginning
You're basing it on results, but I'm basing it off of the facts. I feel further away if I'm a Niner fan, just based off of what Seattle and their dominance was. I think the win.
Having guys come back from injury.
I think the win week 1 was fool's gold for the Niners.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But it was still a win.
That's fine. The roster that the Niners inherently have right now is so much further away than what Seattle's is. Every bit of it right now is further away. That's where I'm sitting. And if I'm a Niner fan, that's how I'm feeling.
I don't call you. I don't
call in the Lee's Air Hotline and tell me I'm wrong.
I don't share your
559-320-1430. I know you don't share your opinion, but I'm telling you right now, if I'm a Niner fan, I'm sitting there dreading what's going to come with the rest of this division the rest of the way. It's a bloodbath, man. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Wrap up the hour next on 1430 ESPN.
So winter's officially here, and the last thing you want is your house cold and your furnace sounding like it's auditioning for a beatboxing competition. That's why Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating is running their $99 furnace tune-up special. It's the perfect time, because nobody wants to see their breath inside the house. And let's be honest, layering 3 jackets indoors isn't festive, it's desperate. So get ahead of the cold. Schedule your $99 furnace tune-up today at leesair.com. That's leesair.com. Happy holidays from your locally owned and operated Lee's Air and Heating. CLN 635-355.
Bulldog basketball is back and heating up the Save Mart Center. Don't miss any of the exciting action as both the men's and women's basketball teams take on the Mountain West this season. Make sure to bring the whole family to root for your hometown Bulldogs as they compete for that Mountain West championship Fresno would love to bring home. Tickets start as low as $5 for select games. Grab them at GoBulldogs.com today, and we'll see you at the biggest party in the Valley. Go Dogs!
The Fashion Furniture President's Day event is going on now. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic sets, up to $800 off Stearns and Foster sets, and up to $1,000 off Beauty Rest Black sets, all at Sleep Retreat inside Fashion Furniture. Plus, right now, free local delivery and 48-month special financing available. Incredible deals for a better night's sleep, free local delivery, and 48-month special financing available. Fashion Furniture. There's nothing like it in all of California.
Horn Barbecue is now open in Fresno's Granite Park. A true Bay Area legend, Fresno's first Michelin Award-winning pitmaster Matt Horn brings his slow smoked brisket, ribs, and killer barbecue. Say hello to greatness at Horn Barbecue, where real smoke meets real flavor. It's West Coast barbecue at its finest. Whether you're feeding the family or firing up game day, Horn Barbecue has plates piled high and plenty to share. Horn Barbecue, now open in Fresno's Granite Park on Cedar between Ashland and Dakota. Check out the menu today at hornbarbecue.com.
We started like you, a small team with a big dream to serve the Valley. 20 years later, FFB Bank is still proudly backing businesses across California and beyond. We've learned a lot about what it takes to grow, and now we're using that experience to make things easier for you. With our Switch and Save offer, we'll cover up to 90 days of payment processing, provide no-cost equipment, and offer competitive rates so your business can keep more of what it earns. And behind it all is a local team that truly understands your goals and is ready to help you reach them. Make the switch, save with FFB. Visit ffb.bank to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Welcome to A+ Signs.
Thanks. Yeah, I need some custom exterior signs for my business.
Great. What's the name of your business?
C+ Signs.
Wait, you own a sign company?
Yep, C+ Signs.
And you want us, A+ Signs, to make your signs?
Yeah, I need them really fast, and we can't touch our turnaround times.
We are kind of known for that.
For signs that stop traffic, drive traffic, and even direct traffic, call A+ Signs.
Remember, A+ has great technicians to service and repair signs, too.
Yeah, we got a guy, but he's afraid of ladders.
Introducing The Sidebar, a brand new open-air beer garden at Me and Ed's Coney Island Grill in River Park. Experience a new way to catch a game, hang with friends, and enjoy new appetizers, char-grilled burgers, salads, wings with over 10 house-made sauces, and of course, world-famous Me and Ed's Pizza. Thirsty? Try our self-poured taps with over a dozen craft beers, wines, ciders, and craft seltzers. Plus a full bar with an impressive selection of tequilas, whiskeys, and craft cocktails. The Sidebar at Me and Ed's Coney Island Grill, now open in River Park.
In 2026, the stakes have never been higher. Get ready, because we're giving away $4 million. From massive cash drawings to luxury prizes, this is your year to win big. $4 million in prizes, dozens of ways to win all year long. Only at Chukchansi Gold Resort and Casino, where every day could be the day.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break.
All right, welcome back to Behind the Bench here on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader, here on this wonderful Monday afternoon on 1430 ESPN. Did everyone else have a really good Super Bowl party? I think I had a really good Super Bowl party in terms of it. Anybody out there have an interesting setup? Jorge, did you have a fun party setup?
Yeah, I didn't do a party this time on my house. I usually do, but this time it was my buddy's birthday, so he had a birthday / watch party.
Yeah.
So we did that.
Little
That was
birthday
cool.
watch. By the way, I went to a grocery store here locally, and I saw they had a display of cupcakes in the shape of a Drake May jersey, and I called it Cake May.
Was it just one, or was it both the?
They had
Darnold?
Jackson Smith and Jigba as
Oh,
the other
okay,
one.
okay.
Yeah, like cupcakes, and you just peel, but there was like a full like layer of frosting on top of a layer of cupcakes. Have you ever seen, Lexi? Have you ever seen that? Like they have the whole layer of frosting on the cupcake, but instead you just kind of pull away at it instead of like every cupcake has its individual frosting.
Yeah, they've been like doing that for a while now. I've seen like I think I saw TikToks on that about like 2 years ago. So I think it started a few years ago, and then like it kind of went away, but people still do it.
I feel like it's messy. I feel like it's not the most ideal setup.
Well, I mean, you're gonna eat it anyway, so.
Yeah, but like if I'm pulling away a thing and I'm wearing a jersey and I have blue frosting near me, I'm gonna like get a little freaked out about it, right? Because I'm like I'm wearing a white jersey, or like it just feels like I have more danger of a frosting falling on me or anything like
Well,
that.
you gotta realize that you're also having, chicken wings and all this other stuff with
Got it.
sauces and nacho dips and stuff like that. So.
What did you? We had I had my buddy smoked some tri-tip. We had just slices. I just put slices on my my plate. I didn't even like have a roll.
They also had tried to
Yeah.
do there, my buddy, but he had pulled pork.
Yeah.
He had the little buns where you just cut them in half and then
Nice.
put little buns.
I
and-
provided the pizza. I went to shout out to whatever establishment I went to. I'm not going to give them a free promo, but I went to an establishment and got some pizza. And yeah, we had some little sandwiches too, little slider sandwiches.
Someone took like this sushi platter.
Sushi
But
platter?
it wasn't sushi, like maybe it was like layers, like a sushi.
Like a
platter.
sushi tower?
No, like kind of like lasagna, but I mean
It's
it
called a
was-
sushi bake. That's what it's called.
sushi bake?
Okay.
Explain this to
basically
me.
like so you have rice, and then you have like salmon or whatever, and then you have like Kewpie mayo. You do like all your stuff on top of it, and
Uh-huh.
then you have seaweed on the side that you put it in, and you eat it that way.
Oh, it's like a
It's like a deconstructed sushi roll that you put it together.
Yeah, I don't do fish, so I didn't eat it, but it was interesting. I never seen it. Like
I've
that,
never
but
seen that at a
But
full
it was like everybody loved it. So
Did it really? Was it a hit?
yeah, because
Yeah?
you can make your own little sushi thing with the seaweed, and then you just grab it and put it on there.
You just
and-
put it on there and you just make it happen?
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. What did you have, Lexi? A little Super Bowl hanging at party?
I have the whitest family ever,
Oh, boy.
and we somehow had Mexican food. I don't know how.
Why
we had like
people tacos?
enchiladas. We had we had enchiladas. We had Mexican rice, and then I made carne asada like tacos. But I was like, why is this the most Mexican style like football for the whitest family ever?
Was it good?
It was so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have nothing to judge on that in
I
terms
mean-
of, you do you.
I feel like I pay more attention to the food this year.
Yeah.
Just because the game wasn't as entertaining.
Oh, certainly.
Like I was asking Lexi, like, what she think of the game, because she's not really like
Yeah,
that into football, but she knows about it.
I don't know what your takeaways, Lexi, are from the football game other than that was boring. Right? Or is that a little too unfair to characterize the
It
game?
wasn't boring. It's like kind of football to me is that like it's interesting in the start, and then it kind of gets boring in the middle for like just throughout the season. It's boring in the middle because you're just kind of existing,
Right.
and then around the end is when like you're like, oh my gosh, it's the championship. Like who's gonna go to it? But I was expecting more out of the Patriots just because of what I've heard from my friends,
Mhm.
and I literally was let down because I went for the Seahawks, but I was like, I swear the Patriots were going to do a lot better, and they just kept like there was just pass interference. There was just so much like happening to them, and I was just like, you can't even get one touchdown. You can't even get a field goal. I was like, the Seahawks got a
Right.
field goal.
Right. Seahawks are playing very good defense. So, but Drake May's got a wake up call, and that was, he looked like a young child out there in terms of that's no unfortunate characterization to it, but the guy had, the eyes, just like the 1,000-yard stare at it, shell shock as they call it.
He ain't no goat. He ain't no goat.
He ain't no goat. All right, so nobody ain't no goat. There's only one goat.
Only one goat.
Does Brady come out feeling better about this because he was like, I didn't back a certain team? Like, is he better about this now that he didn't root for the Patriots? That now he has plausible deniability.
I mean,
it doesn't matter if he cares.
To him saying that he didn't care about who wins, but and not going for the Patriots. I think other people were like, "Oh my God, how could you?" But I felt like he don't have to go for the Patriots.
Right.
Yeah, that was his team. Yeah, he played for them and won a lot of stuff with them.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't. He didn't retire the Patriot, did he?
No, he didn't.
So I feel like there was something there that just, at the end, it didn't feel right for him, and maybe it didn't feel right for the Patriots, or something. Something happened. There was a disconnect, and at the same time, there might be some hard feelings, and that's why he just didn't have chose a clear winner.
True. I'm gonna say this and I don't want anybody to get mad at me here. I don't think Sam Darnold was particularly impressive, as well.
He wasn't. No, he was good.
He's all right.
That's it.
He was all right.
I mean, and honestly, I've seen some good quarterbacks win titles.
Yeah.
I mean, I could tell you a guy that we have his picture here, Trent Dilfer.
Yeah.
Right? He wasn't impressive, but he was good enough to win a title.
Right.
And I think that's the same boat that Darnold was on, and maybe he is a game manager, but at the same time, he was able to go and because I'm not saying this, just because it was New England, but that defense was rough.
Right.
And he was able to hit his players sometimes and get those plays going.
We didn't have enough time to talk about the halftime show. Maybe we bring it up next on the hour here. Plus, hey, by the way, Green Day was cool too. That was fun. All the hoopla around it and everything like that. Plus, where are we at next? What are we looking at next year, and where we're moving along here on the NFL sphere. So let's take a break. When we come back, hour number 2 of our show. Stay with us. You're listening to 1430 ESPN Fresno, Central Valley's sports leader.
Basketball is in season at Fresno City College. Come cheer on the Rams, both men's and women's teams, and support local hoops talent right here at FCC. From tip-off to the final buzzer, Rams basketball brings fast-paced action and exciting moments worth watching. Want to catch the next game or check out other upcoming spring athletic events? Visit FCCRams.com for basketball schedules and the full lineup of Fresno City College spring sports. Get in the stands and support the Rams. Fresno City College Athletics, bringing the action all season long.
If you're hungry, Toledo's Mexican Restaurant has a deal for you can't ignore. Right now, it's the 10 for $10 deal. 10 menu items for just $10. Use promo code ESPN and get an additional $5 off. That's more food for less money. With 3 convenient locations, Toledo's is always nearby. This deal won't last. Fuel up today. Toledo's Mexican Restaurant, 10 for $10, plus $5 off with promo code ESPN.
Dina's, the dealer in Dinuba that does. Yes, he does. He has great service to satisfy you. He'll put you in a car, used or new, with the real sense of community too. Buick, Chevy, GMC, he does it. Customs and accessories, he does it. Ed Dina's, the dealer in Dinuba that does. Yes, he does.
Back the birds, Fresno. Don't miss another week of Fresno Pacific University Sunbirds action at the Special Event Center.
Dribbling with the left hand. She's going to fire another 3. That one good as well. 3 straight threes on 3 straight possessions.
All games are just $10 for fans 18 and older. 17 and under get in free. Back the birds, Fresno. Catch both men's and women's basketball before the season wraps up. Don't miss the excitement. For schedule and ticket information, visit FPUathletics.com today. See you there.
It's the best time of year, playoff football, and there's no better way to get ready to watch the big game than going to your local grocery outlet for their amazing selection. Keep your friends coming over to your place with an awesome selection of meat, snacks, beer, or wine to cheer on your team. And let's talk about the savings. All you got to do is download the Grocery Outlet app and go to town with the best deals in those football party essentials. Stop by all of our participating locations, including Northwest Fresno, Southeast Fresno, Downtown Fresno, Kerman, and Sanger. Tell them Phil Bonatti sent you.
Are you a business owner struggling to understand how cloud technology can help your business? Are you in need of computer and technology support for your employees? M-Cubed Technologies is your solution for fully managed IT services. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. M-Cubed will be your partner in the digital world, allowing your business to carry on worry-free. We specialize in cloud hosting, Microsoft 365 management, general IT support, and VoIP phone services. Call M-Cubed Technologies today to discuss our partnerships.
At Helena Agri-Enterprises, we're committed to helping you make the best agronomic decisions for your farm. That's why we combine cutting-edge technology with superior product. Helena's agri-intelligence solutions use in-depth analysis to identify potential problems in the field before they take root. Combined with a complete line of high-quality crop production and crop protection inputs, Helena has the tools to help you increase productivity, enhance performance, and maximize your return on investment. Contact your local Helena representative or authorized dealer to create the right plan for your farm with Helena products and agri-intelligence solutions.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic, made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Your home for high school sports. 1430 ESPN, the Valley's local sports leader. KFIG Fresno.
Center Charles Bediaco's college career is over again. This after an Alabama judge denied his motion for a preliminary injunction, saying NCAA rules don't permit a player to play college basketball, leave for the NBA, and return to college basketball. It is a significant victory for the NCAA. A big Big 12 showdown in college hoops tonight when number 1 Arizona visits number 9 Kansas, 9 Eastern on ESPN. Wildcats one of 2 unbeatens left. ESPN college basketball analyst Seth Greenberg on what's fueled their 23-0 start.
They play with pace, they play with force, they beat you in the paint, they beat you in transition, they beat you at the free throw line where they get to the line almost 27 times a game. They absolutely attack you offensively and defensively. This team is physical, they're tough, they don't settle, they're an elite defensive team, and they absolutely punish you in the paint.
The defending NBA champion Thunder welcome back forward Jalen Williams tonight against the Lakers. He's been out the last 10 games with a hamstring strain. Meantime, LA's Luka Doncic will miss his second straight game with a hamstring strain. Big step forward for Jason Tatum today in his recovery from a torn Achilles tendon, with the Celtics assigning him to practice with their G League affiliate. After that session, he'll be recalled by the Celtics and continue his rehab. Team didn't offer any additional details on a potential timetable for Tatum to return from the injury suffered last May. NFL Chargers hiring former Jets and Dolphins head coach Adam Gase as an assistant coach overseeing the passing game. He'll likely be replacing Marcus Brady, who's reportedly heading to Baltimore.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen. Coming up Tuesday, we'll continue to react to the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl, but are we ready to say they are the next dynasty in the NFL? It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
He's got the knowledge.
Because once again, I have to come on there and talk about how right I am once again. In anything that it comes to sports.
He's got the questions.
I'm going to lose it. Are you kidding me? What are we doing here?
He's got the guests.
20th head coach in Fresno State history here, Matt. Is it hard to believe sometimes still the 20th head coach here in program history?
It's all moved really quickly here over the course of the last 5-6 weeks. But super excited to be here.
Phil Bonatti is the voice for the Central Valley sports leader. Behind the Bench starts now. Brought to you by Helena Agri.
That's right, Behind the Bench here on 1430 ESPN Fresno, the Valley's local sports leader, here on this Monday afternoon, January 9th, day after the Super Bowl 60. Seahawks are your Super Bowl champs, raising the trophy in Santa Clara. Niner fans turn away. How quickly did we turn the game off? Did you wait and watch the presentation, or was it?
I was on my way home.
You already wrapped up, ready to roll? In terms of Lexi, like what? As soon as clock 6-0, you were like, all right, I'm out.
Well, we weren't like near home, so my dad was like, "Let's just go. I'm tired," and I was like, "Okay."
Let's just go. I'm tired. I felt that in terms of it. As soon as the clock hit 0, I was like, I don't even want to know who wins MVP. And I rode home. I carpooled with some friends, including Asa, and I just went back to their house and we watched Olympics for like 2 hours, which was nice. And then I got home and somebody forgot to let the people know at my house that the Super Bowl was over like 4 hours ago. And they were still hanging around at the house and just singing karaoke songs on a Sunday night. And I'm like, what are we doing? Let me go. I just want to disassociate. I'm so not having a good time right now. And I want to go just be in my room and disassociate from the game and life for a hot second. And I couldn't do that. I couldn't decompartmentalize everything because I couldn't even sit on my own dang couch last night, just soak in whatever. I don't know. I haven't had the proper decompression from the game. That's all I'm saying in terms of it.
Yeah.
I can recall, and this is going to sound incredibly pretentious of me, but I can recall every time the Patriots lost the Super Bowl exactly what I did after the Super Bowl each time in terms of it, right? Because in 2007, I was younger of age to a point where my emotions were not controlled, and I know there were tears and also probably just fist flying in anger. And a very much begging, pleading to my father that I don't want to go to school the next day. I just don't. I don't want to face the kids. I was a freshman in high school. I didn't want to face the noise. And I wasn't ready for it. And my dad, bless him, told me to put on that Tom Brady jersey and you walk into school proud the next day. And my locker was filled with 18-1 papers.
Nice.
It was not fun.
Nice. Damn.
Yeah. It was, just one of those moments when you're a freshman in high school that just totally mortifies and ruins the whole situation for you, right? It's when the upperclassmen know how to dig into you just a little bit, right? That mental warfare.
Kids are cruel, man.
Right? Kids are cruel. 2011 sucked just simply for the idiot. I was in college, first year of college for me. And I was watching with some prospective fraternity brothers. I was like deciding to rush that semester. And the start of the semester was the Patriots losing again in a Super Bowl. And all they could tell me about was how the Patriots lost that Super Bowl to the Giants. That was mortifying. Once again, social situation for me that mattered a lot. Very seminal moment for me in my life and how I felt socially. I was 18 and awkward. And I was like, this is the impression that I'm giving is my team stinks and I'm trying to get into this fraternity. I ended up getting in the fraternity.
Which one?
It was music fraternity at Fresno State, KK Psi. But still fun. It's always fun. What am I talking about? And then 2017, this was the weirdest one. I always felt like 2017 when the Eagles beat the Patriots, I still think that's like I got hit by a car. Like that's what it felt like to me. Like I didn't have a moment to prepare for them actually losing the game. And then by the time it happened, the game was over. I was like, wait, that just happened? Like the game's over now? That's it? They just lost it? Right?
Yeah. I feel like that was the year that the Eagles were legitimized.
Yeah.
And their annoying fans became more annoying because now they had something to brag about.
Oh, absolutely.
And it wasn't like just that there were Eagle fans. Now they're Eagle fans that won.
Right.
And I blame the New England Patriots for that.
Yeah. Oh, you blame the Patriots for that,
Yeah.
not just the Eagles. You don't want the Eagle fans to just take accountability for who they are. No, you got to blame.
No.
You got to blame another fan base for that.
Blame the Patriots
because this sounds.
They could have had that win.
Totally
man.
sound logic, right? It's just like the people who are causing the problems. It's not their fault. It's actually the fault of other people causing those people to be obnoxious. That's what you're saying, Jorge?
Kind of, yeah.
That seems legitimate, right, Lexi? We're going to blame people for their behavior on other people that aren't those people. That seems logical.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I drove 2 hours in the Wyoming wilderness at night to get back home. And I was on the phone with a friend, and I just said, I don't know what happened. I think it was most of the conversation.
Was that because you felt like the Patriots were a better team?
Clearly. I was like, we lost to Nick bleeping Foles?
Yeah.
Like, what?
The backup quarterback.
Like, are you kidding me? Him? Eli Manning, Nick Foles, and now I have to deal with Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
The guy who we terrorized, the Patriots terrorized for how many years?
Made him seem ghosts.
Yeah. And now I'm being haunted.
No, he's the one.
At least it was a heartbreaking, gut-wrenching, terrible loss. At least I knew by the second quarter. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty done. There's something nice about that, maybe. Would you rather that, Jorge? Like if the Niners just had a slow death, inevitably leading to a double-digit loss in the Super Bowl, would you rather that than what happened to you 2 times now in the last 6 years when you're up 10 in the fourth quarter and you give up that lead, or you send the game to overtime because, I don't know, reasons?
No, I guess I would take the. I think
You'd rather take yesterday's loss. I think I'd rather take yesterday's loss.
If I'm gonna lose, yeah, I guess.
Just when you know,
knowing is the thing.
Just when you know it's like this is how it's going to go down, you're like, all right.
Just because when the Niners lost in 2013,
or to the Ravens,
12
season. It was technically in 2013. Yeah.
Well, that was rough because
Yeah.
it had been so long since we went to a Super Bowl, and
Right.
And then 2010, it was.
Well, here's the issue now, and I have to deal with this because this is my own rule. Unfortunately, the artists associated with the halftime show of any Super Bowl the Patriots lose, they're dead to me. But here's the problem. If I claim that Bad Bunny is dead to me, I won't have many friends that I know respect me in terms of that. So here's the list. It's Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers back at 07.
He's literally
dead to me.
He's literally dead.
Madonna, unfortunately, does not. I cannot roll with Madonna. I'm okay with losing Justin Timberlake, honestly. Justin Timberlake's fine back in 2017. I'm all right. I know what we know about Justin Timberlake, right? Yeah.
I mean, I guess
we're okay with not having Justin Timberlake in the equation anymore, right?
Yeah.
Yep. As the kids say, the ick is there.
The ick is there.
And now, unfortunately, I have to reckon with the idea of should I keep my rule or can Bad Bunny be the exception? Because I
feel like that's a bad rule, bro.
I did really enjoy that performance last night.
I feel like that's a bad rule because I don't think that they have nothing to do with what the game.
I don't feel like I'm like, yeah, but every time I think of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, I think of David Tyree, and I'm like, I just don't want to listen to the music. Free falling, I'm falling into a depression. Yes, I'm free falling into a depression.
Or that DJ song by Madonna.
I don't listen to Madonna. I really don't know Madonna songs.
Yeah.
I'm not in that demographic of Madonna people. Like Lexi, have you ever listened to a Madonna song?
Maybe like one.
Yeah, like who's listening to Madonna nowadays?
All right, I guess I don't listen to Madonna then.
Do you listen to Madonna?
Sometimes, yeah.
You rock out to Madonna?
Well, I'm in the gap between where she was famous and or more popular and not like.
And over the hill.
Not knowing, yeah. She like in the early 2000s had a big hit.
Didn't she? Was she in the news like a couple years ago or something?
Yeah.
Was she doing something?
Yeah.
I better not recklessly just yell out something.
She's been in a lot of stuff that's. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's a bad rule, man. Because I don't think they have. I mean,
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because last night's halftime show I thought was really interesting, fun, innovative.
I didn't realize how many celebrities were there until this morning.
Yeah, you saw like Pedro Pascal and like Jessica Alba. Shout out Jessica Alba. We share a birthday. That's all I know. What?
I didn't know that Jessica Alba was that Latina. Like
Is what?
Like that much of a Latina.
Yeah,
I guess
Alba.
I guess you can put.
You can't just say Alba and not think, oh, okay, maybe there's something going on there.
No, I knew she was Latina. I just didn't think that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But what'd you think last night? The performance.
I liked it.
Yeah. What'd you think, Lexi?
I liked it. I don't know what he's saying because I don't speak Spanish.
That's fine.
And I don't listen to Bad Bunny, but I liked the props and I liked how they. I liked the people in the bushes. That was my favorite part ever. Was the people in the bushes. I literally watched the Super Bowl for the bets.
Yeah.
The bets were so funny. Those were just like the guy running on the field made $50K off of himself running on the field.
Is he allowed to? Because the bail money is like enough. Like you just. Is there a rule on that?
I honestly think if it was $50K, that's not enough.
I would have thrown every single ounce of penny at my whatever. Because you paid $4K. You're banned for life from any NFL event. You're bailed out of like how much money? How much money are you just for civil disobedience and trespassing and whatever? They'll throw the book at
10%
you?
of whatever amount. I think you just have to pay like 10% of whatever.
Public
amount.
intoxication. I don't know.
But there was that one. Then there was the guy that put all of his money, like his whole, maybe not trust fund, but like all he had, like it was like $33K. He put it on the Seahawks.
Yeah.
So I saw that bet, and then there's always the bet on the Gatorade.
The Gatorade bet,
which they showed before they.
They did show it. It felt canned. It felt a little. You think it was a little conspiracy theory? You know.
I don't know because.
Was it a little too self-aware?
I don't know if the bets are off at the beginning of the game.
Because why are you mixing the Gatorade? Why are you mixing the Gatorade? The Gatorade should already be mixed, and they were mixing it when they were showing it. They were mixing it with a spoon. I'm like, are they determining the color?
The big jugs? You have to mix.
Yeah, but why are we mixing with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter? Like the Gatorade should be mixed already.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that true?
Unless they're making a new batch.
Why would you make a new batch with 2 minutes to go in a game that's not any sort of relevant?
Because the other one finished. I don't know.
Who cares?
What do you mean?
I'm putting out the conspiracy theory that Vegas put in a call and said, "Hey, we don't have a lot of action on yellow. We can win the house if we put on yellow."
Honestly,
someone comes in with the yellow die, they start circling in because then Vegas can rake up all the other bets.
I don't think they drink Gatorade anymore on the sidelines.
That doesn't matter, Jorge. They're betting on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't drink Gatorade anymore.
I found it fishy that there was somebody mixing Gatorade with 2 minutes to go at the end of the football game.
I don't think you could bet after the game starts, though.
It doesn't matter. They can look at how many people have bet on what specific color, and if they say the house wins if it's yellow, they can call someone and say, make it yellow.
That is true.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Do you subscribe? Lexi, come on. Tell me I'm not taking crazy pills. Do you think it was a little fix there, the Gatorade?
Yeah. Because I don't think they've never shown the Gatorade before.
They've never shown it.
I did hear that red and orange were the two most popular ones.
Yeah.
People were betting on red.
No, I heard red never happens. I saw Steve Kornacki say red never happens.
Well, that's why people were taking it more because
they just think, well, this year it is red.
Yeah.
That red 47 or whatever you.
Purple.
Yeah. No, what's the most common one? Is it orange? Orange is the most common
one.
Right.
Oh, orange is the original one.
Yeah. And there's yellow, there's green, blue.
Yeah.
Yellow. People weren't on yellow, Jorge. I want to know what the action was. If people weren't on yellow, man, I'm calling a full-blown conspiracy to the Super Bowl right now. Vegas was in on it.
I mean,
it's a little too aware. The NFL was a little too aware of that last night.
I mean, they weren't. It just felt like, I don't know.
Any commercials stand out to y'all last night?
Budweiser.
The Eagle Budweiser one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I like that one.
I'm trying to think of that one.
The Dunkin' Donuts.